Hi, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to the History Room, History Department in 8 minutes. My name is Dr. Spicer, or Matt Spicer. I'm the chair of the History Department. I've been in Marymount 11 years. I love it here. That's why I'm here. I'm joined by Nazareth Battis, a senior at Marymount, and Mari Gaffigan, a junior. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about the history program, do a little bit of an activity in the middle. I promise no stress, and then take any questions you might have at the end. First, the history program. So, you're probably most interested in ninth grade. In ninth grade, we study the ancient world, and we do it in this extraordinary course that's an integrated course. We team up with your English teacher and your art history teacher. And so while you're reading the Odyssey in English, and while you're going to the Met and looking at ancient sculptures from ancient Greece, in history, we're talking about Athens and Sparta and what's happening militarily and culturally and economically and all the rest. So it's pretty cool. In 10th grade, it's basically a sequel. We teach global history and just pick the story up where we left off. In 11th grade, we cover US history. And then 12th grade, which probably feels like the distant future at this point, we basically do a sort of college style buffet where we do a survey of juniors in the spring. We find out what they're interested in, and then we offer courses. This year, we're offering everything from constitutional law to an art history survey course and lots of really cool stuff in between. I'm gonna quit babbling at you so you don't get too tired of my voice here. And I will turn it over for a few minutes here to Nazareth and Mari. Nazareth, you wanna talk a little bit about the structure of our history courses and what they're like and what we actually do? Go for it. Nazareth, by the way, is also the editor-in-chief of our newspaper. So if you have any questions about that at the end, we can cover that as well. Nazareth, go ahead.
Absolutely. So, all of the history courses at Marymount are very discussion based, so it's very much centered around the students having a dialogue with each other, which I find to be very engaging. It sort of supplements the other half of the course, which is the writing. It really helps solidify your knowledge, and it's also just very interesting hearing what other people have to say in your class and gaining other perspectives. So that's like the main structure of the history course, very discussion based, student focused.
Absolutely. Mari, you wanna tack on to that?
Sure. And like Nazareth was saying, the like discussion based, like the discussion, the discussion based structure of the history classes, like Nazareth was saying, is a very like engaging way to learn about the material. Sorry if there's background noise. I have a lot of brothers and they're quite loud.
You're not alone. My 5-year-old right now is basically delivering the Gettysburg Address in the next room. So we're all on the same page. Don't worry about it, Mari. Okay.
And yeah, so the discussions that happen in class after you take notes on textbook readings, and it's sort of just like another way to solidify your knowledge on what you've read and understanding like in a more deeper sense what you read about and what the topic is, and it's just tackling a lot of different ideas from the time. And like Nazareth was saying, the discussions that happen with the students, they can be really, really engaging, and it's really interesting to hear how other people have interpreted stuff. And then that alongside the writing aspect, like the term paper that happens in each grade.
That you're working on right now.
Yeah.
Mari is in U.S. Honors right now, working on a research paper on Marilyn Monroe, actually. She has a research assignment due tomorrow, actually. So you're welcome, Mari. Let's put this into practice a little bit. So I'll put you on the spot for a second, but don't stress. In all the rooms you're in right now, within sight, or even if it's portable, if you could bring it onto view, what is the oldest object that you can find right now, do you think? Is there anything old or historic that you could tell us about? It's okay if there's not, but if there is, it could be a lamp, it could be a pen, it could be a poster, it could be a magazine. You tell us. I'm gonna start here. I have an old map right here, a map of New York City from 1840 that my grandfather gave me. He was not around in 1840. But the map was. Anyone else have anything out there they want to share? Libby? Is that your name, Libby, or is that the name of someone on your account?
Yes, that's my name.
Great.
found my great-grandmother's salt spoon. So.
Perfect. Do you have any sense of how old that is?
I
Probably like early 1900s.
early
Wow.
1900s.
Awesome. It sounds like you might have a feeder there in your ear, but yes, that's amazing. That's definitely a historic object. Any other objects out there? Yeah, go for it.
I have a quarter that said it's from 1986. So
I think that now counts as history. And the research paper Mari was talking about, we're allowing everything up to 2000, so that qualifies for sure. Although it's possible that we have faculty members and parents who are still surprised that 1986 counts, but it does for sure. Anyone else want to share real quick? So this is the sort of fun stuff we try to do. You know, again, this is 8 minutes, so it's a little bit condensed, but we spend our history courses basically trying to bring the past alive, think about how it's incorporated into our own lives, how it informs our own experience, and what we can glean from it, how we can tie it together thematically, and also in terms of specific events and stories. So we try to figure out, what is that spoon all about, right? Not only what does it tell us about your great-grandmother's life, but what was going on that people would have wanted a silver spoon like that? What does it tell us about the society she was in, right? Or a quarter from 1986. What can we glean from that? Everything from what's on the quarter and the values of the society, to who was in charge at the time, to what was happening in the economy. So we really do use objects from everywhere from 1986 to 2000 BCE. We've got about 90 seconds here. So I do want to make sure we have a chance to take any questions if you have them. It looks like we do have a question in the chat. There we go. Since this is from Noel, since the class is more discussion-based, are there a lot of exams? I'm going to let you have the honest answer from the students. Nazareth, Mari, you want to answer that? We've stunned them into silence. Go for it.
I would say it does depend on the course, but I don't, like, I was also in US Honors last year, and speaking from that experience, I don't remember it being a very exam heavy class. It was mostly like us talking and doing like other activities to sort of like contextualize what we were learning.
I think that's right. Yeah, it really does depend on the course. I think there are more exams probably in 10th and 11th grade than in 9th and 12th, but we try to really diversify the assessments and the assignments. Lots of writing, creative projects, participation, but there are exams. I'm not gonna lie, we definitely do have tests and quizzes. Haley asks, and we've got about 20 seconds here, so I apologize for not being able to answer more questions for sure, but what kind of topics are covered in the junior year survey for the following year's course? Well, for example, we have a women's history course that we offer senior year many years, and we spend a lot of time junior year laying the groundwork for that, talking about the suffrage movement, second wave feminism, for example. We have a course on Middle Eastern history, and in 10th grade, we cover Middle Eastern politics. So we do lay the groundwork. I'm gonna arbitrarily cut this short because we're out of our time here, but it was wonderful virtually meeting all of you. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks for spending 8 minutes with the history department, everybody. Thanks so much. Thanks for sharing those objects too. Those are really cool.
Thank you so much.
See ya.